So now we are about to start an interactive question-answer session with our special guest, Mr. Sanjib Paik, Assistant Director, Technical Transport Department, Government of West Bengal. I would request our moderator, Mr. Siddharth Bhandari, former Chairperson, FADA West Bengal, to please welcome Mr. Sanjib Paik. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. Thank you. Flower bouquet. Flower. Mr. Bhandari, I would request you to go forward with the interactive session. Thank you. And Mr. Bhandari is the moderator for this session. Please, a huge round of applause for both of them. Thank you.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sandeep Da. Thank you, sir, for coming to the first town hall meeting of the year. And as you can see, us dealers are very excited. We're always excited to interact with the transport department. Prathame, I would just like to say, commend the transport department for a fantastic job that they did in the BS4, BS6 era. I think all of us are true witnesses of that. They really helped us. They worked day and night to ensure that even after COVID, we had such a smooth. So thank you so much, sir. We cannot thank you enough for the dealers. It is beyond imagination.
No,
you have worked.
It was your cooperation also, where you work for day and night also to provide the data. And then only we could success. I mean, transferring from BS4 to BS6.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, some things I think we should, before we start this interactive session, I think for the dealers we should try and highlight. West Bengal is one of the few first states who's gone to a digital mode in terms of registration. We're also the first few states where disclaimer is the only mode of paper that is now required. With that, I think there are several queries that I could fend off. So I'd open it up to the August gathering here if they have any questions. And we can take them one by one. If you all can just, somebody can, yeah, so Rohit, would you? Can you get a mic for, yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, I'm Rohit Chaudhary from TC Motors, Tata Motors dealer, sir. So there's a confusion amongst customers that, in some of the RTOs, we get hard copy of the smart card or RC book. And in some of them, they have to print it online. So if there are two friends, one of them bought it from, Havra RTO jurisdiction and the other bought from PVD Kolkata. So PVD Kolkata is not getting smart card, but his Havra friend is getting smart card. So it creates a confusion, sir. Can we have a uniform system across the state that, if there's online print system, every RTO will follow that? Or if there's a hard copy RC that needs to be given by the RTO, it would be implemented across the state throughout all the RTOs?
The answer is within 1 or 2 months you are going to get the smart card version. It will be embedded with chip and QR code within 1 or 2 months. Everything is being said. It will be delivered to the applicant directly by post through our speed post. And the charge is 200 rupees for smart card. It's going to come within just matter of time, within 1 and 2 months. And about the not parity of the every RTO, that was actually in Vahan system, the one thing you can get the computer generated system. I mean computer generated RC and DL. So various RTOs are issuing this one in page form, A4 paper, just printed form. And someone in actually earlier the smart card of DL and RC was issued by every RTO offices, and they are having their own arrangement of district level orders and all. So those things will be over, and it will be at par with the Indian system. And Form 7A that is DL, and Form 23A that is RC will be issued in the standard format within 1 or 2 months.
So just to add here, sir, means since a very good system would be starting in the next 1 or 2 months, the smart card system. So since you'll be sending it through speed post, so there are addresses that we follow while doing registration. That is, we follow voter card format of registration. So there the complete address is not mentioned. So if the smart card is sent through post, in that mentioned address, there are chances, it may not be delivered to the customer. So at least
I think what Rohit wants to says you must have a return in case there's a return of RC. You must have a process in place for
that process is
the
there.
customer to come.
The speed post tracking number, that number should be mentioned, in the Vahan or something, so that we can give it to the number and give it to the customer.
It can be traced by the application number in case of registration also, in case of DL also. And the thing you are telling, I just want to point out. In Rule 4, address proof and age proof is given. So, from dealer point, you must follow that rule. What are the documents to upload as address proof and age proof? And once you upload that, means wrong address, chances of wrong address is lessened. So, I will request you to, from the basics, you put the correct address.
Neeraj, you had a...
Thank you, sir.
We just take this one, then we'll take... Yeah.
Thank you, sir. As Secretary sir said that VLTD has been introduced in Calcutta, though it's a very good thing that it has been introduced. But as dealers...
Not in Calcutta, across
West Bengal. But as dealers, we are facing a lot of troubles in getting vehicles registered due to VLTD issue. As in, vehicles are going to RTO offices not once, maybe 3 times, 4 times, or even 5 to 7 times. Because the fact is that, again, our entire, you can say probably telecommunication network is not that strong in districts. And especially in districts, we are facing huge problems. Even in KMDA area, we are facing problems. Vehicles are going, again returning back, again it is going, again it is returning back. Sometimes the CDAC server is not working. Sometimes the network problem is there at the specific RTOs, and the MVIs and probably the RTOs are not able to get the VLTD tagged or activated. So again, not only as dealers, even the customers, they are also facing huge issues. Again, commercial vehicle is something which people are taking to earn money. So for them, waiting for 2 days, 5 days or 7 days or maybe even 10 to 15 days and paying EMIs from their pockets, it has become very difficult for them.
Sir, I cannot give you a direct answer to this question, but I can put forward some technical points. And you may get the answers from those points. First thing, this is a very new thing, and we are in the transitional stage. Only 4 states has adopted, that is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, and another Odisha, I believe. And we are the 5th state or 6th state. So we are in a transitional stage, and CDAC is looking after only in 2 states. About this VLTD, and other states, I believe NIC is looking after. Point number 1. Point number 2, there is not parity between the signaling system of the VLTD equipment and the command and control center, which is located at Podarkot. Why? They are sending signals in 2G and 3G mode in some places. And this is running on almost 5G, and it can go down up to 4G. So this parity somewhere loses the communications. Second thing. Third thing, the position of the VLT equipment is vital. The technician fitting it, inclination and the fitting places, and initial installation software. it is very much important while fitting. These are the points which comes in force, and of course I do agree CDAC is having some issues because they are first time users in here, and we have what we have done to make it more comfortable. We have tested all the equipments. We have tested all the equipments at present for used vehicle. At present, 12 companies are authorized to fit. They're all having approval. Their means type approval is having once you are fitting equipment in a vehicle, it is required type approved all over India. So there are some 50 to 100 type approved equipments are there, but we have approved only 12 equipments after testing, vigorous testing. The applicant was some 25 to 30 applicants. Among them, we have tested vigorously, and 12 we have selected. And for used vehicle, there are no issues. I won't tell no issues. There are issues, but manageable. And for new vehicle, for dealership, you have chosen your own vendor. So their technician also working with us in testing center, and I believe within 2-3 months the matter will be better.
So actually, we've not all OEMs have their own fitted equipment. Okay,
I understand that.
Some of the OEMs have taken from your 12 approved vendors.
Right.
Even they are facing the same challenges in the new vehicle registration. Our suggestion to you is, sir, if you can give us like for the upcoming time, a weekly call on VLTDS between SIDAC and us would really benefit us, because there is a lot of mails that keep going, coming, and because it's a new initiative, if we can have twice a week, if we can do a Zoom Google meeting for 1 hour, where all the dealers who have their problems, we can get it skilled, and we can take a status update. That will at least help reduce the time lag, because right now the time lag is 10-15 days.
Certainly. Yeah. I will put forward this point.
So if that can.
So my second question is, I would again like to thank you that in commercial vehicle for cowl chassis and cabin chassis, you have extended the temporary registration validity till 6 months.
That is by MoRTH.
Sir, again, West Bengal team has been a part of it. So again, we would just request that can TRC be also cleared online?
Sir, that is in the order of the MoRTH. It is, see, one thing happened. Once MoRTH issues an order or notifications, state has to issue a notification corresponding to that. So in 703, it is given 5 years, TC would be 5 years valid.
No, he was talking about the temporary registration on chassis vehicles. The temporary registration on chassis vehicles. Currently, sir, the process is that we upload everything, and then there's a lag, and the documents go to the RTO office. So our question was, can you make that automated instantly?
You are facing this problem across West Bengal, or any particular?
This is across West Bengal. As in, we have to upload the documents first on Vahan portal. Again, we are sending these documents to respective RTO offices from where our TRC is being done. Hard copies. And after that, maybe it takes 1 or 2 days for them to sign. So, since we are supplying only cowl chassis and cabin chassis, so again, it will be very helpful.
Talking about the registration, temporary registration of those.
Yes.
Again, it will be very helpful that if that temporary registration is also generated online, because there's nothing to do in that. As in, we after that again it will go for registration. For that, vehicle will again come to RTOs.
Just I am unaware of this situation. Temporary registration is not done through Vahan.
It's done through Vahan.
Only tax is paid.
But tax is paid and everything. But what we are requesting is for the instant TR to be done, because temporary registration has virtually nothing to be. Exactly. There's nothing to be checked or something. And then there's no permanent registration mark on it.
I'll look into.
Yeah, the gentleman. We'll take.
Myself, Debrup Rudra. I'm director for Rudra Group of Companies. We are dealer for Mahindra and Mahindra Automotive, FAS, Kia Motors, and Hyundai. My question is regarding three-wheelers, electric vehicles. We, as you know, that E-Alpha is our iCAD, and we sell iCAD vehicles. Mahindra produces iCAD vehicles, but we are facing problems with the registration in the sense. Recently, what the RTO have said that the customer needs to have a roadmap and DL for three-wheelers in order to get it registered, which was not there earlier, but that's okay. The problem is that the DL, when we facilitate the customer for the DLs, it takes around 2 to 3 months or even sometimes even more for that thing to come, which, some cases what we see the customers shifting to vehicle which is non-iCAD, which is shouldn't be selling, but still there. And also we are, that is also creating a lot of dissatisfaction among the customers because that segment customer doesn't understand the rules and regulations. So if something can be done about speeding up the DL process or something.
First thing, thank you. You raised three-wheeler. I will add little information in this, and then I will come to your answer. Question. The three-wheeler, electric three-wheeler, that e-rickshaws. Actually, there are some cases. There is one case by Mr. Kanishka Ghosh. It is about somehow earlier he got patent of e-rickshaw, which is run with the some alternative fuel, that is fuel cell batteries. So every e-rickshaw companies are facing the problem. Whenever they are going to register, the Kanishka Ghosh is coming in. So a solution has come. Justice Subhra Ghosh, in Justice Subhra Ghosh, court, anybody can go, e-rickshaw manufacturer, anybody can go certify that that is not fuel cell one, and they can register the e-rickshaw throughout West Bengal. This is the point number one. Second thing, it is very much in the mandate. CM here, e-rickshaw, the e-rickshaw driver has to get license with that vehicle number. It is not in our hand, it is in the rule book. So if some RTOs are implementing that, that is for good. And according to our work calendar, license is to be delivered after the proper testing process. It is to be delivered within 5 days. So you can raise this point whenever it is not being complied. And we see it very seriously if the work calendar is not followed.
Thank you. We take the gentleman at the back first. I think he raised his hand. Yeah, right at the back. Yeah. Thank you.
Myself is Shukanto Mukherjee, representing Mukesh Hyundai and Royal Motor. Coming back to the smart card part. Most of us have already experienced the ages where already the smart cards were directly dispatched to the customers. Until now, we are facing such situations where customers are coming to us, to the dealers, and saying, I have not got the smart card. So being the facilitator, can we be kept in the loop while the cards are being sent to the customers, so that we can also ensure that the customer gets the card, and if in case they don't get, we can come back to the department and initiate the process of sending it to the customers rightly.
Sir, it is certainly you are in the loop, sir, in the system. First thing, the customer will get SMS through Vahan up to the approval. And then once it is dispatched, in customer's telephone number, will get a SMS from the tracking ID. The customer will get a tracking ID of speed post from the Indian Postal Department. So throughout, the customer can follow the thing with his phone number, with his or her phone number. So it is always there, and up to approval of the vehicle, you are also in the loop, since with the application number, you can track the development.
How do we know that the card is being dispatched from the system?
The customer will know.
And if there any system to
See, sir,
so that
your
we-
responsibility is up to registering the vehicle.
See, most of the time, customers being the facilitator, we are being asked by the customers that we know you. We don't know the department. So you
Sir,
should ensure that we get the
Sir,
card.
questions will be
What I suggest, Sandeep, what I understand is a simple link যদি আপনারা যখন dispatch করছেন বাহানে যদি দিতে পারেন আমরা লোককে
there was a
Yes.
problem.
If
We
you-
had a discussion with NIC. They are not able to do that. Otherwise, हमें क्या problem था?
हाँ, अगर वही उनका प्रश्न वही था कि अगर वो लिंक मिल जाता तो
link
then
नहीं
we
दिया
can
जा सकता है।
हाँ that was the
लेकिन हो सकता है ये दो प्लेटफॉर्म हो गया.
हाँ
It is being two platform. One is Vahan and one is Indian Postal
correct
Service.
correct
Two platform हो गया. लेकिन हम लोग एक क्वेश्चन उठाया था. But NIC is overburdened with their server and all. So they cannot provide
maybe sir if you can in the Indian postal system maybe create some code system for us to access for whatever vehicles we have
that.
registered.
We have to talk.
You can talk
I
as a
don't know
हाँ,
about
I know,
the technical
but
detail.
but it's a
But,
suggestion that
once the this one speed post is issued, I mean delivered from our end, the applicant will get a SMS alert and tracking this one.
I
ID.
think that's a great first stage. At least tracking देखते पारवे. The only I think the gentleman the question that is coming is customer gets anxious. প্রথম বার পুলিশ ধরবে আরসি কপি জিজ্ঞেস করবে ডিলারশিপের সাথে ফটো আসবে so that if you can issue a circular to the police department that if it's showing tracking and on the way then not to
No, sir. This is a different issue.
हाँ
अगर पुलिस डिनाई करता है रूल को डिनाई करता है तो मेरा बोलने का कुछ नहीं है ठीक है ना द रूल इज इफ यू शो योर व्हीकल डॉक्यूमेंट इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली police has to accept that okay and there is a means during that day means from approval to getting your this one card it would be taking hardly 7 to 8 days during that period if police catches you and all, you can always show it in M-Vahan and I mean M-Parivahan app. You just download for everybody. Yeah. You just download M-Parivahan app and in that dashboard you download your DL and you download your RC. You will get every detail and one privilege is there. You'll get to know when your pollution is expiring, when your tax is expiring. When your insurance is expiring.
So our request would be, sir, and we'll run it through the offices of Soham, is that we'll send you a request to issue a general letter on this electronically accepted by rule,
that has
you
to
can
come through secretaries.
And then we will request that a letter can come so we can give it out to our customers, so that they are not caught in the wrong side of the
Exactly.
law.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had a question this side, and we'll move to this side.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please, yes, Abhishek.
Sir, I am Abhishek Sharaf from Eastern Honda. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, we had made some excess payments to the motor vehicle department from the year 2018, and the amount outstanding is close to 12 lakh rupees. This was when we used to pay the taxes. Sometimes they used to go in the suspense account and not used to be showing in that customer's account. So we had to repay those money, and that money was supposed to be refunded to us, which has still not happened, sir. If you could kindly assist us on the same. We have been following up for a very long time, sir.
Sir, this is a very complicated process because 3 agencies are involved in this. Our finance department, which is, you also know, you pay any fees through GRIPS account also. Our finance department, our transport department, and NIC. So getting back is a complicated issues, and it should come through the transport department. And it is a long-term process, I do agree with you, and we are not organized in that matter. As Secretary sir told you all that you just mentioned this issue, I think some solution would be there.
Sir, our only request is if you can, we had conducted a joint meeting, I remember, between finance, NIC and transport, and we were part of that meeting when Vahan was initiated.
It should be in transport
So
department.
if that can, once we had done it in finance department because of the GRIPS payment issues, and we had gone there, and TCS was also there.
Officially, you must raise this point, because this is very vital. I have seen 2-3 cases where instead of 40,000, they have paid 4 lakhs.
4
tax.
lakhs and
after 1.5 years, they got back their.
Correct. So
it is a long time process. I do agree. It is not streamlined. You can request for that. I believe the solution will be there.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the gentleman here had a question. We'll, go
Sir,
ahead.
just to add one more thing for the smart card. So here, the smart card fee is not included in the road tax that we pay online. It has to be paid separately again at the counter through cash.
No, it's there. It's there online. Abhi hai.
Still, you know. Okay,
You'll get to know. You will
yeah,
get
in
to know.
future
It
some
is
means-
no separate cash
Yeah,
counter.
no,
and
no
all.
separate money needs to be paid for the smart card. That's the thing, sir.
ऐसा हो नहीं सकता क्या दो चीज अलग अलग हो नहीं सकता है वो.
If it's there, sir, we will request ki thoda sa.
No, certainly it should not be. I don't know. Once it is coming, then only. If it is there also, it will be changed. I believe.
Thank you,
sir.
Hello, sir. My name is Rahul Agarwal. We are from the GD Group, OEM HMSI. Sir, a small thing. During in Parivahan, there is an option called Vahan Report, from where we can download the summary and the detailed report of the vehicles that we have registered different RTOs, right? In that portal, sir, the only drawback I feel is that the report that we can download is per month. If I want to download a data for like 6 months, I have to individually select 6 months and then download the data. So it would be very convenient if you could look into it, or the department could look into it and expand the search criteria that we could download the data instead of just 1 month, 1 year or multiple months at once.
Sir, we can always put forward the suggestion, but our data is managed by NIC, and any policy matters of NIC is determined by MoRTH and NIC. Because NIC is custodian of, and the property owner is MoRTH. So we can do very less in it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone? Yeah.
Sir, good afternoon. My name is Vinayak from Pinnacle Honda. So we are very happy that the West Bengal government has adapted to the used car Form 29 digitally accepted on the dealer. So the process is a little unclear to us. As a dealer, when we take a registration for used cars, it mentions that we have to get the Form 29 either digitally signed or attested physically by the RTO. If you could just elaborate on this process, then we would have a clarity on the same.
See, it is just come on the portal. So everything you do as used car dealer, I mean registered vehicle dealer, so everything is digitalized, and in Vahan, all the forms in 29A, B, C and D, various things. Even as a dealer, first thing, I will put forward the structure. As a dealer, you have to apply for the dealership of used car. Then once the car owner, that is transferor, is handing over his car, his or her car to you, you have to upload a form, that is 29C or something like that. It is given there, both signed by the owner and the dealer. Then during your possession, restrictions are there for the movement of the vehicle. You just see the restrictions. And everything, once you apply for the dealer, how would be the fees, that is written in 703. Then during the possession of yours, there are some restrictions where you can move the vehicle, and all the responsibilities means paying any tax, or insurance, that would be coming to you. And if some point of time the owner of the vehicle wants to take back his or her vehicle, that is also, provision is also there. Once you are selling it to others, that provision is also there. So it is just matter of time, it will be clear to you. It's in Vahan, very much it's in Vahan.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's music to our ears that it's going to be digital and not physical.
No, fully digital. Only verification part may be for some time it would be physical. With sooner or later it would be fully digital.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Chandan Gupta from SPL Volvo. Sir, my question is...
we can't see you. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great.
Sir, my question is, what is the condition to obtain license, separate license for old car?
Used car.
Used car. Right,
That's
sir.
what I told him. No, the system is there in Vahan. Digitally, you have to apply for the license. The fees is 25,000 or something like that. It's given.
Sir, what is the condition?
The payment portal is not working as of now. Yesterday.
As of now, it is started just now.
So
it is actually, we are little late. 1st April 2023, it is to be implemented. And we are little late. We have issued a notification from Directorate that wherever the used car dealers are there, just to earmark them and advise them to get the license. So through Vahan portal only you can apply.
I think he was asking what is the criteria. Ke korte parve a used car.
Ke korte parve means the
notification mein it's clearly mentioned.
Please go through the 703.
Correct.
Go through 703, GSS 703. I have a copy. See, Transport Department, Government of West Bengal has issued SOP also. So it is very clear in that. It is dated 29th March 2023. The order number is 1250WT. So you go to Transport Department website, you will get this SOP and SOP come order, you will get all your answers.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anyone?
Do we have another? Yeah, we have another question there.
Sir, myself, Shapun Kumar Ghosh, Sri Krishna Automobiles, Bariput, हीरो डीलर मोटरसाइकिल। मैं सर बोलना चाहता हूँ क्या स्मार्ट कार्ड जो है, जो नेक्स्ट प्लानिंग है गवर्नमेंट का, जो कस्टमर का पास ही बाई पोस्ट जाएंगे, लेकिन सर रूरल एरिया में कोई कस्टमर का कोई सर ऐसा एड्रेस ही है नहीं। मैंने 70% कस्टमर का पास जाते नहीं है। पहले एक बार जो चालू किया था शायद 6-7 साल पहले, सारी कस्टमर को स्मार्ट कार्ड मिला नहीं, तो मोटर व्हीकल सब दोबारा करके करना पड़ा। रूरल एरिया में सर परफेक्ट एड्रेस होता नहीं।
স্যার যদি পারফেক্ট অ্যাড্রেস নাও থাকে, যেহেতু এটা স্পিড পোস্টে যাচ্ছে, এটা ফিরে আসবে এবং সেটা আরটিও অফিসেই অ্যাভেলেবেল থাকবে এবং সেটা পাওয়া খুব কষ্টকর হবে না। আগের সিস্টেমের থেকে আমাদের এই সিস্টেমটা অনেক বেশি অর্গানাইজ। কাস্টমারের ফোন নাম্বার থাকছে, কাস্টমারের কাছে তার ট্র্যাকিং আইডিটা থাকছে, সুতরাং অনেকগুলো প্রসেস করা হয়েছে যাতে কাস্টমারের কাছেই ডেলিভারি করা হয়। তা সত্ত্বেও যদি ডেলিভারি না হয়, আপনি নিয়ারেস্ট আরটিও অফিসে আপনার জিনিসটা পেতে পারেন, মানে এনি কাস্টমার। খুব বেশি অসুবিধা হওয়ার কথা না, আমাদের সিস্টেমটা অনেক বেশি স্ট্রিমলাইন হয়ে গেছে। আপনাকে ওই মোটর ভেহিকেলসে গিয়ে 10 জনকে জিজ্ঞেসও করতে হবে না, একটা হেল্প ডেস্ক থাকবে শুধুমাত্র ডিএল অ্যান্ড আরসির জন্য, আপনি পেতে পারেন। আশা করি সমস্যা খুব বেশি হবে না। দেখুন, যে কোনো একটা সিস্টেম চালু হতে গেলে ইনিশিয়ালি তো সমস্যা থাকে, সেইগুলো খুব তাড়াতাড়ি আশা করি ওভারকাম হয়ে যাবে, কেননা এইটা খুব স্ট্রিমলাইন সিস্টেম।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। আর স্যার আরেকটা বলবার ছিল, যেটা টু হুইলার 15 বছরের যে লাইফ টাইম রেজিস্ট্রেশন আছে, এখন স্যার মানে নতুন যেটা আছে 15 বছর পর কি গাড়ি আর কাস্টমার?
একটা অর্ডার এসছিল যে 15 বছর পরে প্রাইভেট ভেহিকেলও স্ক্র্যাপ করতে হবে যদি সেটা BS3ও পর্যন্ত হয়, কিন্তু সেই অর্ডারটা স্টে হয়ে গেছে। সুতরাং এখন এই রকম কোনো ব্যাপার নেই। প্রাইভেট ভেহিকেল ইফ ইট ইজ রোড অর্দি ইট ক্যান রান ফর এভার।
I think there was a notification on okay CF या কিছু করে fee দিয়ে কিছু করার ছিল for this. If you can let us know in the subsequent thing, because it gets a 5-year more extension on a personal car. Private car এ 15 বছর পরে 5 বছর আরো চালাতে পারবে কিছু CF every vehicle.
Every subsequent 5 years you can
Yes.
renew it. Condition is that it must be road worthy and all insurance should be there.
So 5 আপনার কোয়েশ্চনে the law says that 5 বছরে আপনি এক্সটেনশন পেতে পারেন, 15 বছরের পরে CF করতে হবে।
আচ্ছা স্যার, BS3 অবধি, মানে BS4 থেকে কোনো ইস্যু নেই?
যে কোনো গাড়ি।
শুনুন, কনফিউজ হবেন না। BS3 BS4 এইগুলো শুধুমাত্র কলকাতার জন্য। কলকাতা এখন যা এক্সিস্টিং নিয়ম আছে, BS4 অ্যান্ড BS6 ভেহিকেল ছাড়া রেজিস্ট্রেশন, রেজিস্ট্রেশন তো BS6 ভেহিকেল ছাড়া হবে না। BS4 অ্যান্ড BS6 ভেহিকেল কলকাতায় চলতে পারবে। BS3, ধরুন আপনার গাড়িটা BS3, আপনি থাকেন মানে কলকাতার গাড়ি, কিন্তু যে নিচ্ছে অন্যজন কেউ নিচ্ছে, সেক্ষেত্রেও একটা সমস্যা হতে পারে নাম ট্রান্সফারে। মানে যেহেতু কোর্টের অর্ডার আছে BS4 অ্যান্ড BS6 গাড়ি চলবে কলকাতার বুকে, এটা এক। আর রেস্ট অফ দ্য অ্যাক্রস ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল BS3 পর্যন্ত চলবে, BS2 চলবে না, কিন্তু রিনিউয়াল অফ রেজিস্ট্রেশন হয়, এটা কলকাতার বাইরে।
ওনার প্রশ্ন ছিল যদি কলকাতার লোক BS3 গাড়ি আছে 15 বছর হয়ে গেছে এক্সটেনশন করাতে চায়,
পাবেন রিনিউয়াল অফ রেজিস্ট্রেশন হবেন। The condition is that it must be roadworthy and all documents should be updated.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Abhishek. We'll try and take the last few now. Yeah. So অনেক স্যার যখন হয় টাউন হল তো
স্যার যদি কাস্টমার 15 বছরে অপ্ট করছে যে রেজিস্ট্রেশন চাইছে রোড ট্যাক্স, ভুল করে যদি আমাদের লোক 5 বছরের ফর্মে লিখে দিয়ে দিল, তারপরে চেঞ্জ করা যায় কি? 5 বছরটা 15 বছর করা যায়?
সরি,
once tax is paid can't be changed.
এখানে আমি একটা ইনক্লুড করার চেষ্টা করব।
বলুন।
মানে এটা আমার পারসেপশন, দিস ইজ মাই পারসেপশন, দ্যাট whenever a customer goes, this is completely my perception.
Please sir.
If I am wrong, clear me. One customer is gone to you for purchasing a vehicle. You tell them the tax factor is of this for 5 years only, so that it looks little lower the cost. So somewhere you are duping the customer, because he or she should be given option that lifetime tax is also there. मेरा ख्याल से कोई कस्टमर इतना डंप नहीं होगा, वो तो कंसीडर करने दीजिए, उनके सामने रखिए कि 15 साल का भी एक टैक्स होता है, आप देना चाहते हो तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा पड़ेगा। क्योंकि मैं जब खरीदूंगा गाड़ी, मैं तो बहुत कष्ट करके खरीदूंगा, तो एक बार वन टाइम के लिए ही खरीदूंगा, तो 15 साल का दे सकता हूँ, उसमें कम पड़ता है। ये लोग आप लोग थोड़ा प्रचार नहीं करते हो, मेरे को लग रहा है।
सर इसमें मैं ऐड करूंगा, हम लोग जो प्राइस लिस्ट बनाते हैं ना सर, उसमें 5 साल और लाइफ टाइम दोनों का कॉलम रहता है, वही हम लोग देते हैं और समझाते भी हैं कि 5 साल में आपका 5.5% लगेगा एक शोरूम का, और 15 साल में लगभग 10% लगेगा। बट मैक्सिमम हमने देखा है 90-95 कस्टमर्स 5 साल ही ऑप्ट करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि अपना कैश आउटफ्लो को मिनिमाइज करना चाहते हैं।
I think what the suggestion sir is, if I can, আপনারাও তো দেখুন, at the end of the day revenue is a main concern of the department, right?
क्यों just ऐड कर रहा हूँ, क्यों मैं ये पॉइंट बोला पता है, बहुत कस्टमर को पता ही नहीं चलता है। उन लोगों का मैं खुद देखा, दे आर लॉ अबाइडिंग कस्टमर्स, एंड वो लोग, उनका 5 साल का टैक्स खत्म हो गया, 3 साल बाद आ रहा है, उनका 3 साल का पेनल्टी देना पड़ रहा है, फिर भी दे रहा है, वो लोग दे रहा है। लेकिन ये होना नहीं चाहिए, कोई हमारा भी गलती है, हम लोग ठीक टाइम में उनको मैसेज नहीं भेजता कि आपका टैक्स ड्यू हो रहा है, होना चाहिए, वो सिस्टम आ जाएगा शायद। लेकिन आप लोग भी अगर उनको एनकरेज करें, आपका सिस्टम से भी अगर कोई ऐसा मैसेज जाए तो अच्छा है। मेरा ख्याल से ये आपका एक सर्विस ऐड होगा तो आपका प्रति कस्टमर का भी एक थोड़ा लॉयल्टी आएगा, लगता है कि ना ये टैक्स का याद दिला दिया।
हमारा एक सजेशन था कि हम अपग्रेड करना चाहें अगर कस्टमर को 5 ईयर से 15 ईयर, तो आप पेनल्टी थोड़ा सा हटा दो फॉर अ शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम सो दैट हैबिट में आ जाए, बस यही था।
दिस इज नॉट सो इजी बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट डिसीजन इज टेकन.
I understand, sir.
I understand.
Not only by transport department, that concurrence of the finance department is also there, and our finance department works
जैसे
from the
कभी-कभी
different.
ट्रैफिक फाइन्स में वेवर्स आता है, वैसा कुछ कर दे तो हम लोग पुश कर दे कस्टमर्स को.
Everything has to come through the finance department.
So I think this is something for Soham to put in. We can give some estimates of how much money extra can be earned in this 1 year, because 2024 being an important year in the West Bengal government story. So I think we can put that and get some upgrades on the revenue.
Sir, एक last question मेरे तरफ से. Now we are rolling out the TC for the used car as dealers, and all of us used car dealers will apply for that TC. Any suggestions for us? What we need to keep into mind, because now we'll be continue to procure vehicles, old used cars, and
that can be conducted in directorate. You put forward one suggestion.
And
I mean,
will
আপনি ডিরেক্টর সাহেবকে
হ্যাঁ,
বলেই করে দিতে
কেন কি নতুন আছে অনেক এখন কোয়েরিজ থাকবে, আর আমরা পুরাতন গাড়িটা বিক্রি করছি আগে, তো কি কি আমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে?
Yeah, we have a question on this side.
Sir, just one question, sir. What is the directorate or the law or the act against vehicles, commercial vehicles that are 15 years old or nearing 15 years outside Calcutta or in Calcutta?
Outside Calcutta is up to
for commercial vehicles only, sir. Yeah.
Up to BS3 and BS2 also in if it is roadworthy and all documents are up to date. And for Calcutta, BS4 and BS6. Commercial vehicles below the BS4 norms won't get permit.
In Kolkata.
Okay. You can apply for permit. Commercial vehicle is up to 5 years old also. You can apply if not the vehicle is new, you can apply. But below BS4, you won't get any.
But outside Calcutta, it can be registered.
Calcutta is in a broader sense, Calcutta business area. That is some part of North 24 Pargana, South 24 Pargana, Howrah. It includes Howrah also.
Greater Kolkata.
Greater Kolkata.
And sir, what if the trucks are trying to enter Calcutta from outside? Will they be allowed to enter?
It is, sir, an NGT order says that it cannot enter.
Okay.
But we are not strictly following that. If any day it is being followed, then you cannot complain.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, just on the final note, অনেক ধন্যবাদ আপনারা, আপনি you've braved us, আমি বলবো we are also richer with lot of knowledge. যাওয়ার আগে আপনাকে একটাই রিকোয়েস্ট স্যার, টেম্পোরারি রেজিস্ট্রেশন সার্টিফিকেট অফ ডিলার এটা আপনি ইজ করে দিন। আপনারা অনলাইন অর্ধেক জিনিসটা করে দিয়েছেন, এটাকে 5 বছরে ক্লিকেবল করে দিন, তাকি উই ক্যান TC renewal.
That is matter of time.
Yes, so
only West Bengal government has to notify this.
এটাও নোটিফিকেশন আশা করব পয়লা বৈশাখে আপনারা আমরা সবাইকে একটা গিফট দেবেন নতুন বছরে 17 তারিখে একটা, যদি আমরা এটা গিফট পেয়ে যাই। আর একটা জিনিস বলবো স্যার, এত ডিজিটাল আপনারা করছেন, এত ডিজিটালে এগোচ্ছেন স্যার, সার্ভার স্পেস আর পেমেন্ট গেটওয়ের সাথে স্যার আপনারাকে একটু আপগ্রেডেশনের দরকার আছে স্যার এখানে।
I'll tell you clearly, here nothing to hide. Payment gateway, NIC is always vouching for a certain payment gateway, and our state government is not agreeing with NIC. They are having different payment gateway. That is the problem. I cannot say anything more on this. This is a point you have to consider, first thing. Second thing, you ask.
Server space.
Server.
Server
See,
spaces.
NIC, since they are managing our data, they are always in the scarcity of the server space, because anytime, see, any commercial vehicle, we are doing CF, certificate of fitness, every 2 year for new vehicle up to the age of 8, and subsequently every year we have to do commercial vehicle certificate of fitness. In this certificate of fitness now recently included 6 photographs, and you understand how much space it takes. So NIC has to take one new server, I mean 2-3 new servers, I don't know, high capacity new servers for this purpose. And NIC is having services, SMS services for means more than 50 transactions. NIC is having SMS services. So every time our transaction hits the server, it sends SMS. It's a long process. They are having quite efficient server. Still, they are not able to meet with the challenges, because our MBIs in all the offices, they are facing challenges for registering vehicle or doing CF, because due to the server, maybe due to the server, speed is less. So this is a long-term complaint, and I don't know when it is going to be addressed. Anyway, hope for the best. And we have very less opportunity, I mean space to do something about that.
Thank you, sir. Please,
I
sir,
have,
last formal, concluding note from your side.
Not formal, please visit it. I have few things to add. I will request all of you to educate, since road safety is a big concern, to educate your customers. See, I will start with this. Still now, I struggle to put on my rear windshield, this one, wiper. I start searching where it is. Why I am telling you? The sales executive who is selling the car, please give some basic tips on the dashboard. What are the machines you are having? You will find difficulties when you drive on the road. It is very much basics of the driving, that in a lighted area you put the dimmer, low beam, headlight. You see 30 to 40% vehicle driver are putting the high beam light in Kolkata. Who will tell this? Unfortunately, our driving instructors in driving schools, they are not teaching all these things. At least your salesperson teach all these things. So many people do not know what for the hazard light to be put on. They do not know. Please teach those things. And another point, tell them about the taxes. And another important thing is, I will take this opportunity to let you know that we are having a system, RSD, remote sensing device, for locating a vehicle emission, vehicle emitted smoke. We just, through that RSD, we determine whether the vehicle is polluting or not. We measure, we give them buffer of 20% over the BS4 or BS6 norms. Then we targeted gross aggregator or extreme gross polluter or extreme polluter, and we issue them SMS, through SMS, and this one notice that your vehicle is polluting. We give them 7 working days to rectify the fault and come back to us. So we don't impose any fine. But once the 7 days is over, the fine is 10,000 rupees. So one person is coming to me and telling that, sir, while you have given me this case, I was having valid pollution certificate. And again I am coming with a new pollution certificate so that we can give them exemption. So this is kind of harassing. No, this is not the kind of harassing. The rule says if the authority has reason to believe one vehicle is polluting, then authority will issue a notice to the this one owner, vehicle owner, and he or she has to comply within 7 days. This is the rule. We are not harassing. The point is, we are here to aware you. I want you to also aware about these things. And just tell them, for first year, your pollution certificate is not required. And since the all BS4 onwards vehicle required to be get pollution check once in a year. So you give awareness about that. You give awareness about good driving. You get awareness about all the dashboard equipments, and that's all. And taxes also. These things, we need your cooperation. So this all comes to an effect of road safety. And very good video of this one, buckling up and helmet wearing. See, he's Japanese, I believe. Suzuki's this one मालिक जो है, उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छी बात कही थी, मतलब मैं कई आर्टिकल में पढ़ा था कि सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी इज नॉट अबाउट द दिस वन, कितना एयर बैग लगाया और कितना सीट बेल्ट लगाया, ये इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये ज़रूरी इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन रोड रूल्स मानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. बिलीव मी, आप हाईवे में जाइए, स्पेशली नेशनल हाईवे हमारा तैयार है, आप स्पीड लिमिट मानो, आप देखो कहाँ जहाँ एक छोटा रोड हाईवे में मिल रहा है, आप देखो उसका पहले आपका स्पीड स्लोअर करने के लिए रम्बलिंग ब्लॉक, उसको क्या बोलता है, जो छोटा सा है ना ग्रेवल्स नहीं, उसको बोलता है ना, वो जो स्पीड ब्रेकर नहीं, उसका टर्म मैं भूल रहा हूँ अभी, रम्बल स्ट्रिप्स जो दिया हुआ रहता है, जो छोड़ नीचे का हायरार्की से ऊपर का, नीचे का रास्ता से ऊपर का रास्ता में आ रहा है, वहाँ स्लो करने के लिए, आपका स्पीड स्लो करने के लिए रम्बल स्ट्रिप्स क्या होता है ना, हल्का सा रहता है, स्पीड ब्रेकर टाइप 4-5 एक साथ लगा हुआ रहता है, वो देखिएगा 4 स्टेज में है, तो आप अवेयर हो जाता है कि हाँ समथिंग इज देयर टू बी ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट, इसलिए आप स्लो करोगे. ऐसा बहुत सारे है, आप ये रोड रूल्स मान के चलोगे ना, मतलब बाकी तो भगवान का हाथ में है, लेकिन एक्सीडेंट्स बहुत कम हो जाएगा. एंड इस बारे में आपका कोऑपरेशन बहुत ज़रूरी है. In that time, you are doing something to society also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause? Oh, we've got one last.
Siddharth, thank you. Sanjeev, thank you for this point. I just wanted to get some clarification on the pollution matter which you raised, which is very important. You know, apni bolechen je gari jacche ar pollution ache valid, kintu testing e beroye jacche ki pollute korche vehicle. Apnake ekta instance dicchi, which is a live example. So there was a petrol vehicle which was passing by, and it's a machine which just detects. The data that we have is not even representative of a petrol vehicle. You know, the parameters are representative of a diesel vehicle. When we got the challan or the details, it wasn't even matching with the petrol vehicle's emission data. So, you know, obviously there was some mistake, and we have no way of appealing to that. Secondly, we received the notice almost after 10 days, whereas, of course, as you said very correctly, the lead time that you give is 7 days. So, you know, I felt that maybe the system could be improved upon.
Sir, first thing, I'll talk about the RSD. You are talking that it was detected by RSD only.
Yes, it was detected by that RSD.
Sir, throughout the world, the same technique is being observed at present. So chances are very less. I have to see that report and I can explain you better. Sure. But from my point of view, chances is very less, because just I will take 1 minute to explain that technicality. At the tailpipe level, infrared and ultraviolet ray is being emitted and reflected and getting the reading. And it is happening fraction of seconds. We are getting more than 100 readings, and we are averaging that. And before measuring your tailpipe emission, we measure the ambient air quality. So we subtract that from your. So the technique is followed throughout world the same way, and we do channel. So by the side another vehicle is going, it is not possible, because reflector is put on the other side of the channel, and this side the light emitter. So in that matter, the technical point that chances of wrong is very, very less, and the machine is being calibrated regular basis. So that question is not there. And second point, that once you get the letter, day starts from the next day. And it is 7 working days, not 7 days.
It is from the date of the letter. Not date of receipt of letter. Your letter says from the date of this letter you have to pay within 7 days.
No.
So I think what we can suggest is, Sanjeev, that if you can change the wording on that letter, maybe the letter wording would be little.
It is not written that manner. You just go and complete. If it is there also,
please,
we'll rectify it.
Yeah, if you can rectify that.
But thank you for taking so much time to clarify this issue.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you so much for, it's an honor for having you here, and we hope to have many such more town halls with the registration department. It allows us also, Amrao Onek Shikhi Ajke, the way we will promote aggressively 15-year tax in our dealerships, and hope the revenue increases tenfold. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjib Paik and Mr. Bhandari, for such a wonderful interactive session. I would request Mr. Vinayak Nayyar, past chairman, FADA West Bengal, and Mr. Neeraj Daga, regional director, commercial vehicle, FADA West Bengal, to please welcome our special guest, Mr. Sanjib Paik, and hand him over and felicitate with the memento and Uttariya. Thank you. So we would request you to please have a group photograph over here. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful and informative session that you have shared with